Hey, World Entertainment, and it's finally over. And this is the final review for the Acolyte. And holy sweet Jesus, is this show some of the most incompetent, stupidest, and just out and out dumb crap I've ever seen and had to watch. But thank Christ it's over. And I'm going to get two of the major spoilers out of the way absolutely immediately. Yoda is in there. You see the back of his head. Doesn't say a word. We just see the back of his head at the very end of the episode. And yes, we were all wrong with who Smilo Ren's master is. No, it's not the green bitch. And no, it's not the horned mother. You know, Darth Mary or whatever. Actually, there was no reference to her. So where did she vanish to? Who knows? His master is someone we kind of thought, they would never do that. No, it is. It's Darth Plagueis. Yep, we see Darth Plagueis very, very briefly. This whole episode is just one clusterfuck after another. Truly is. So, where did Saul and May go to hyperspeed out to? Because they just walked off and was like, where are they going? He doesn't even know. They went back to Brendok. That's the name of the planet with the lesbian space witches. That's where they went. However, there's a massive problem with this. They crash on a planet that isn't Brendok, and yet they're on Brendok. Yeah, work that one out. Literally, I'm not lying to you here. They come out of hyperspace at Brendok. Well, they're at Brendok when we meet them. May knocks, she doesn't knock Saul out, but she electrocutes him. Yeah, she gets free from her restraints. Because, hey, why would you take the little droid that does absolutely everything, the little Swiss army droid, off her side? Oh, you wouldn't, would you? Because they didn't. She just used that, uncuffs herself, zaps him, runs off, gets into a little shuttle of some sort, detaches, and does not fly down to Brendok, which they are in orbit of. No. She flies to the planet next to it with big rings and flies through the rings because she thinks, oh, Saul's ship is so big, he won't follow us. But he does. Weird thing happens. By the way, this isn't even the start of the episode. I'll get back to that. This just show you how stupid this is. Basil, the little beaver, whatever the hell he is, I wish he died, he didn't, sees Saul lining up. We don't know whether he's about to shoot at May or something, but it looks like he's possibly just trying to disable the ship. And for some reason, Basil pulls out wires from his ship and cripples it. Yeah, and they crash on the planet that the rings are around. That's not Brendok. And yet, they're on Brendok. How? Brendok is over there. All I could think of when I saw this, it's like, you're looking for Brendok. You're not on it, you moron. It's right over there. Kind of like, remember this scene?
What a dumbass. The lake's right there.
Yeah, just switch out Ocean for Brendok. It's like, they're not on Brendok. But the episode opens with heavy breathing. Yeah, because we go to May. I'm up forever doing that. Osha, as she's still in her mask, or the Smilo Ren mask. He comes in, sees her. How he doesn't just start pissing himself laughing is beyond me. But he sees her. He reaches out his hand and her head tilts and she looks like she's having a seizure. And all of a sudden, the background around him goes to the way it did with Torben when he got mind raped. And his eyes go black, but he manages to pull the helmet off her, and she's like, I saw May, I know where they are. And instantly the two of them come to an agreement. Oh yeah, like, we'll go there together and let's see who finds them first. And Osha's like, okay. And then he keeps trying to convince her, hey, why don't you be my apprentice? And she's like, yeah, no. And he's like, last chance. And she's like, no. And he goes, your sister didn't even have to think about answering that question. And as they walk off to the ship, it goes back to the entrance into his cave, and you see a hand come around the corner, and then we see a face coming out of the shadow, and it's Darth Plagueis. Doesn't say anything or anything, but if you know what Darth Plagueis looks like, you're instantly going, it's Darth Plagueis. I wonder how many of the Star Wars, so-called Disney Star Wars fans even know what Plagueis looks like. Are they looking at him and going, who's that character? I can't wait to see all their reactions after they looked up a Wikipedia and whatnot to find out who that was. But we go to the Senate, or the Jedi Council, and not even the council, just the council building, I suppose. Green Bitch and Soy Boy Jedi are already there. They're back on Coruscant somehow, some reason. Soy Boy tells her, hey, one of the senators is in there waiting for you. She's like, you let him in? And he's like, yeah. She goes in. And this is where you get the conversation of, oh, the Jedi are absolutely corrupt and power hungry. This is what Leslie Headland, the former personal assistant of Harvey Weinstein, really thinks of the Jedi, and uses this senator to say what she thinks the audience feels, which is, oh, the Jedi are just power hungry, you just hide behind a fake religion and all this crap. And she's like, the Green Bitch is like, oh no, we're very close to capturing the person who's doing these crimes, because the senator found out that they went on this mission where there's people being killed, and why have the Jedi not contacted the council and the Senate to tell them? And she's like, oh well, I have it in my right to go if it's a non-threat. And he's like, well, is it a non-threat? And she goes, well, we lost like 7 Jedi. And he's like, hang on, there's multiple Jedi dead. They have this kind of stupid talk and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, best of luck. And then he's like, oh wait, no, what is it you say? Oh, may the force be with you, and off they toddle. They find out that they're going to Bredock, whatever the fuck it's called. She organises a team of not 1, not 2, as many Jedi Knights as you can get without alerting anything is happening. How do you exactly do that? And she tells Soy Boy to do this, but whatever. And yes, we do find out later that she is the one who clearly put the scars on Smiler Ren's back, because as soon as they arrive to Brandock, he doesn't have the mask on. She instantly senses him, goes, you, and he puts his helmet on. She goes, I thought you were dead. Saul and May go back into the building. Well, May runs off. He's trying to find her. He spends half this episode being Finn from Disney Trilogy, because all he does is run around screaming May. And ironically, because of his accent, it sounds like he's screaming Ray. But he's actually screaming May. He's looking, oh, here's another fantastic bit of writing. What have we all said when they were trying to find people on planets? Can you remember? I believe it was, oh yeah, don't your ships have scanners? You can't find a Wookiee. Don't you just scan the planet and go, there's a life form in that section of the forest? When they went to Brandock 16 years ago, how did they not find life? Surely the ship would have picked up signals. Why do I bring this up? Oh, because when Osha and Smiler Ren arrived to the planet, by the way, for some reason his ship is a dual cockpit. There's one on each side. Osha just locks him out of his side where he can't control anything. Because why would you not have a safety feature like that, I suppose? And she goes, oh, they're already here. We need to land soon, because the scanners on the ship picked up their fucking life signs. Explain that one, writers. Not to mention that when Osha and Smiler Ren make it up to the lift door, she says, our first goal is to make this lift work again, because it's the only way in, unless you're willing to climb. And you're like, there's multiple ways in and out. For instance, why didn't you land your ship at the top of it? The Jedi did it before. Why can't you do it? Weird. Smiler Ren instantly vanishes. By the way, he keeps doing this. He truly is Batman in this episode. Every time someone turns around and turns back, he's gone. He's like a fart in the wind. He just keeps vanishing. She manages to get the elevator to work again, which means everything we were also saying before was, why did May smash up the control button upstairs when control buttons downstairs still work? Figure that one out. Saul comes across Smilo and May. May's still retarded, because she's still going on about, oh, what, you killed my mother, didn't you? And it's like, bitch, you were there. You saw him do it. All this crap. She goes wandering off. She finds her old bedroom. She stands in there for a while. Then Saul and Smile Around just have a big fight. Then May comes across Osha because Osha walks into the room. Them two start having a big fight with each other. May is trying to convince Osha, oh, Saul killed mother and blah blah blah. And Osha says, like, I failed being a Jedi because of you and shit. And it was like, because of my anger or something. Whatever. I wasn't paying attention. I was almost banging my head off the wall watching this crap. May runs off, finds Saul fighting Smilo. He's disarmed Smilo. Oh, by the way, here's another fantastic piece of bullshit. He cuts Smilo Ren's lightsaber at the hill, like right where the blade comes out, so he destroys his lightsaber. Has him at point for his lightsaber right to his neck, and stands there for about 15 seconds waiting for something to happen. And that something to happen is May coming running out and disarming him. Yeah, the little girl is able to take down a Jedi Master and disarm him. And then Smile Around tells her, hey, oh, by the way, while they're fighting, they see the Jedi ship coming in, and Saul's like, hey, you're about to answer for your crimes. And he's like, they're not here for me. Because they're still going on the belief that Saul is the one who killed everyone. The Jedi's like. And this is how May got away from Osha in the room. Because they look up through a big hole in the ceiling and see the ship as well. Then, of course, when Osha looks back down, May's gone. But May comes out, disarms him, whatever. Then Smile Around tells her, right, kill him and complete your training. Basically is complete and fulfill your destiny. All this BS. He's trying to give her the same conversation that the Emperor gives to Anakin, basically. And she says no, but sees that clearly. Oh, by the way, she throws his lightsaber and damages it, which exposes the Kyber crystal in it, which is important. Yeah. But she obviously sees that Osha is coming out and convinces, for some reason, to make Saul admit to her that he killed her mother. And why Saul doesn't go, you were there, you know what happened. No, yeah, it's true, I did. And then turns around and sees May. So now we have Saul standing there with no weapon in his hand, with Smile Around standing on the other side of him with no weapon in his hand, May standing in front of him with no weapon in his hand, and Osha now standing behind him with no weapon in her hand, right? Why is no one using the Force at this moment? Don't know. But then we see all of a sudden Osha's walking over while getting Saul to explain himself, telling him he did it for her, blah blah blah. She picks up his lightsaber and chokes him and instantly turns to the dark side. I mean, instantly turns to the dark side. She's choking him out. She's telling him to shut up. She's squeezing his lightsaber, and this is why it's important that the Kyber crystal was exposed, because we see it turning red. It goes from blue to red. And she kills him. She chokes him out and kills him. And then ignites the lightsaber, and it's red with a hint of blue still at the top. But she basically is so evil now that she forces the blue out of it and is pointing it at Smilo. Then they go running off, her and May, to get out of there. Smile Around panics because this is when Green Bitch goes, oh, it's you, and he puts the mask on. He goes hiding. She comes in with a shit ton of Jedi, sends them all here, there, and fucking everywhere to find the girls. She instantly can, the second she steps foot on the soil, she sees and hears the past events, you know, the 16 years ago crap. All that done, they don't find the girls for ages. May brings Osha to the tree that they were at. She's like, well, what did you do when you got here? She goes, I waited. Smilo finds them, says, we gotta go, whatever. And Osha makes the deal, right, let me sister go and I'll be your apprentice. I'll train with you. And he's like, well, they're just gonna keep looking for us if they get her. And like, well, we can't let that happen. He goes, I know, I'll just wipe her memory. And they're like, okay. Like, there's no like, no, we need to find another way out, and it's just, oh, okay. So he does, he wipes her memory of him and Osha, nothing else. right? They bugger off. The Jedi Cyboy finds May. May's brought to the council, basically. Brought in to meet Green Bitch. Sits down. She goes, what's the last thing you remember? She's like, a fire. Running to my mother. Seeing a man kill my mother. And running off to tell someone something I felt was important. And here's the thing, remember, her memory is wiped off. She has no memory of Osha. And she says, I felt like I had to tell her something important. Her? How did you know it was a girl? Yeah. How did you not know it was like, it could have been a boy? How did she know it was a her? And then Green Bitch just goes ahead and tells her, oh yeah, that's your sister Osha. And all this BS. Then we find out just how corrupt the Green Bitch is and the Jedi, because she goes in front of all the senators and basically puts every single thing that happened from 16 years ago to now, including the deaths of all the Jedi, purely on Saul. Yep, she blames him, says he lost control, killed the other 3 Jedi, so he's blaming him for killing Carrie-Anne Moss, for Torben, for Kalnaka, that he killed all these witches on his own 16 years ago, that he was trying to kidnap and kill the girls. All this crap. It was all his fault. Every last bit of it. Yeah. Figure that one out. She's just willing to say a friend, or a long-time friend that she's known for like years and years and years. Oh yeah, it's all his. And they're like, well, where is he now? She's like, dead. I'm pretty sure he killed himself. And they're all like, now's the time to put down rules and stuff, and we need to investigate the Jedi. And she's like, no, you don't. I swear to you, it's that one dude. And then we get to where I thought the episode was ending. Osha and Smiler Ren back on his planet, the unknown planet, standing there. She's still holding the lightsaber. He puts his hand on her hand and the lightsaber, and then they're just looking at the fucking sunset out in the ocean. And that's where you think the episode's ended. The show is finished. No, that's when we go to, it fades to black and white, and then it goes to a door opening and Green Bitch coming in and going, Master, we need to talk. I need to tell you something. And the camera pans down a bit and you see the back of Yoda's head. And that's where the show ends. This thing has tried to set up a season 2. And this is the annoying thing. The former personal assistant of Harvey Weinstein, Leslie Headland, has said it's terrible to try and set up second seasons and whatnot. So you put everything you can into the first season and never intend to have a second season. And then she backtracked and said like, I have ideas for seasons 2, 3 and 4, and clearly set this crap up for a season 2. It's all bullshit. Please Christ, don't do a season 2. I can't take it. And as for Amanda Stenberg, who will never see this video, but I direct this directly at her, I hope you find work in some other form of entertainment or Burger King or somewhere, because bitch, you cannot act. Her facial expression was the one single facial expression for 8 fucking grueling episodes of this dog shit. May she never work again in Hollywood. And with that, for the last time, with an Acolyte review, hopefully, I shall leave it there for this one. So cheers, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.